It is 7 o'clock, and welcome to Crossbreeds. You'll have to bear with me. I'm going to try to project my voice as much as possible, but I look really terrible today. I'm all broken out. I'm sad. I'm tired. So let's fucking go. So anyway, today what we are doing is we are finally actually doing the first line of crossbreds with the Howrses of the Estrellas Sonadoras line that I live streamed last time. So in this folder here, you can see all of our babies. They have all been raised up to adults now. And also, one of our horses is now canonically trans. So Beat Pulp was born as a mare, and we used a Zeus's lightning bolt to change him into a stallion. So Beat Pulp is now a stallion and also looks very fabulous, which you will see once we get a little bit closer. In addition to this, so we're going to be breeding all of the mares that are here. There are 7 pairings in total. But also, I am starting another project that I've started raising horses for already. And we are going to be doing the line 1 of a series called Elysium Coliseum. And so these are horses that I have selected that have a variety of skills. And so I tried to pick horses that had different stats at different amounts, like heights, I guess, so that whenever I breed them together, ideally what I'm trying to get is a horse that has a fairly even skill set across the board. So I want to do this because I am trying to create the perfect eventing horse with them. So we're going to be starting with the line 1, and line 1, as a reminder from last time, that is just our purebred stock. So we are just, we have a bunch of purebred mares. We're just going to be breeding them with stallions of the same breed so that we can have a higher genetic potential purebred stock for crossbreeding the next time around. Now, another thing about tonight is that with these babies that we get, we are not going to be naming them today. The reason for that is that I have another very exciting, very fun live stream coming up on, let me see, I brought my planner up here so I could see. On Thursday, February 12th, we are going to be doing a coat unboxing. So if you're familiar with the Howrse black market, they call it black market, which is essentially just a place where you get like the really special items for your horses. So this can include customizations and sorry, I thought my cat was playing with the cords, and she is. Stop it. Sorry. Okay. Let me try that again. On Thursday, February 12th, we're going to be doing a black market coat unboxing for Howrse. So basically, I have saved up from playing their different event games that they have on the site that occur on a regular basis. I have accumulated a big collection of special coats. So I have like the Haunted Hiking Journal from Halloween. I have a few different Wandering Horse coats. I have the Arthur Conan Doyle Inkwell, and like many, many others. I also even have a few fun tack sets that I collected as well. So I have like the Elves pack from Christmas. I also have a Santa pack from Christmas that I got. And I have like a knight as well. So some of these, actually most of these coats are randomly generated. So that is why we don't want to name the babies tonight, because we want to give them names based on the random coat that they get. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a really, really fun stream. Again, Thursday, February 12th at 7 p.m. And I know I have to keep checking. I'm really bad. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I'm just going to scroll up to the top of the screen really quickly to show you the passes here. You can also accumulate passes through these event games that you play. So I accumulated a lot there, and also from daily objectives on the site. So I have a lot of passes, and we're going to be using them to speed up the pregnancies of these mares. We're going to use the item called an Artemis arrow, which essentially halves their pregnancy time. That way I'm not just having to like click 50 million times and, you know, take them through a bunch of different days like I did last time. So let me see who is going to be first on my list. I have my handy dandy spreadsheet where I've already picked out who's paired with who to try to balance out their stats a little bit. So, first up, we're going to have apple strudel and pumpkin glaze. So, let me just pop over to them. Okay, here is apple strudel. I'm just going to go ahead and like open them in a new tab to do this. And pumpkin glaze. So here is Apple Strudel. He is our stallion of this pairing. He is a barb. The barb is actually a breed from Africa, so you may think that it's not going to fit in with our Spanish horse breeds. However, the barb was a predecessor of many of the Spanish horse breeds that we know and love today, including Andalusians, Lipizanners, Mangalarga Marchadors. So they fit in just perfectly with this project. Now, apple strudel, what we're going to need to do is offer a covering. And don't worry, I'm going to show you the mare next. I'm going to show you pumpkin glaze all grown up. So we're going to reserve for one of our mares. And scroll down. Where is she? There she is. Pumpkin glaze. Okay, great. And don't worry, I'm going to go back on my own time to take care of the stallions later on. But we are focused on our mares today. This is Pumpkin Glaze, all grown up. She is beautiful. Pumpkin Glaze is a Peruvian paso. And so what we need to do, let me see. I thought, now hold on just a second. What happened here? There it is. Okay, it just took a second to load. Oh, you know what? I forgot to refresh the page. That's my bad. All right, so first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and accept that covering. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to click on our Artemis arrow to reduce the gestation time by half. And I have enough passes to do this for all of these pairings. Oh, apparently I actually have some in my inventory. It's crazy. I've been playing so many events. Like, okay, Howrses, it is a free-to-play game. I have not spent a dime. I've just played the different event games that they have. And I have accumulated so many black market items. This game, and they haven't always been this way, but now they are very, very generous. So now is as good a time as any to jump into this game. They did not try to take more things from players. Instead, now they give more to their players. So I highly recommend coming back to this game. So I guess we'll use one of the Artemis arrows from my inventory. Okay, so apple strudel and pumpkin glaze. We're going to cover. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring her to the day before she foals, like we did last time. And then I'll go and I'll keep doing the pairings and so on. I know it's a lot of build-up. I just want to make sure that I explain everything that I'm doing, so then the rest will go a lot more quickly. Alright, so we just kind of need to take her through some days. I am not really going to, like, fuss around too much with, like, training and stuff like that, because these horses, they are already at 100 bluff, so their training is complete. They don't need anything special, so I'm just kind of, like, do a mission and just do their basic necessities of just giving them a pat and a drink and some feed, and then calling it a day. So put her to bed, age her up. We're going to have to do this a couple more times to get her. Well, this should be the last time to get her to the day before that I wanted. But yeah, so a couple more times total to complete her gestation. Okay. Put you to bed. And does it say? I was looking for the notification that says. Okay, yeah, so this should be it. Since the gestation is halved, yeah, so now it says she's going to give birth tomorrow. So that's great. We're just going to take her through this day one more time. And then put you to bed. And now, let's go back to our folder. I guess we can go ahead and refresh. No harm. But now we can see she has the little ingestation icon on her. All right, so now let's go on to pairing number 2. Pairing number 2 is possibly going to be a lot of y'all's favorite. I don't know. It's not my number 1 favorite, but it is close because it involves moon pie. And we are going to be pairing moon pie with snow pavlova. So let me go ahead and show you those two. Oh, I'm checking the chat, by the way. I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing your comment. Yeah, so I actually, I don't have dual monitors, so I have to, like, open the chat window manually from time to time, so if I'm a little slow to respond, that's why. But text-based games. I don't know. I probably would not be very good at text-based games. Because I tried one a long time ago, and maybe it was just a very old game, and I just didn't really understand what I was supposed to do. Like, I definitely need a game that has visuals so I can see where I'm going. So let me go ahead and go to parent 2. We're going to open up Moon Pie and Snow Pavlova. Yes, okay. So I'll show you our stud first. This is Snow Pavlova. He's gorgeous. He is a Lipizanner. And he's going to be our stud for today. So now let's reserve you for, we can find Moon Pie here. Moon Pie, confirm. All right. And now here's why I love Moon Pie so much. Here's Moon Pie. What a cutie, right? She was one of our special twins that we made the last time around, and the ones that we actually used the Hera Lily on, so we got to pick her coat, and we picked the very rare Dun Tobiano variation of Mangalarga Marchador, which is her breed. So yeah, so she's beautiful, and I'm going to have to refresh her page so that we can get that covering to show up from Snow Pavlova. So let's go ahead and cover them. Use an Artemis arrow, we'll pull one from our inventory, and we'll just keep doing that until we run out of those. And that is totally fine with me. And no, we are not using Aphrodite's Tears today. I will possibly use it for the next time around. But yeah, so now let's just give her some nice easy days of happy little riding lessons and feedings. And just age her along. Okay, easy peasy. Give her her basic necessities. She's going to be very happy and comfortable. Alright, and then this will be our last day that we have to do before we move on to the next ones. So, give her that lesson, drink, feed, and put her to bed. Alright, so now we can go ahead and refresh this, and again, we'll just double check, make sure she is pregnant, and she is, and that's wonderful. Pairing number 3. Pairing number 3 is going to be my absolute favorite, and I have a feeling for anyone else who watches, this is probably going to be y'all's favorite pairing too. This is Beet Pulp and Princesa Miel. And I happen to give both of them very beautiful tack, so they look amazing. So let's go ahead and open Beet Pulp and Princesa Miel. Y'all are gonna freak out when you see Beat Pulp's tack. I was able to give him the Dragon Samurai tack, all of it except for the leggings. But he still looks so freaking cool. Look at our boy. Look at him. This is Beat Pulp, our canonically trans horse. He is a Lusitano, and he looks stunning. My goodness. Now let's go ahead and offer that covering for Princesa Miel. And there she is right there. Confirm. And now let's look at the lovely Princesa. Here is our lovely Princesa Miel. And I don't know if y'all remember, I was freaking out last time when I saw that we got a black colored foal. Because they grow up to look like this. They are absolutely gorgeous. They are just so glossy looking. And I gave her the Victory Pack tack, so that's why she has all this gold stuff on. And she's just so, so pretty. She is a purebred Spanish horse, which is more or less the same thing as an Andalusian, from what I understand. I don't understand if, like, if the breeding registry for Andalusians had changed the name or something like that. I'm not sure why they're called purebred Spanish horse in the game. But, you know, it seems like from my research, it seems like those two went hand in hand. So I think they are the same thing. But anyway, Princesa Miel, let's go ahead and refresh her page. So we get that covering. I'm going to take that. Use that Artemis arrow. And yeah, let's go ahead and cover. What a pairing. What a power couple. I love them. Okay. Let's go ahead and feed. Feed you. Put you to bed. Age you up. Give you a groom. Do some sand. Naja. Okay. Age you up. Groom. Do a lesson. Stroke, drink, feed, 14 and 2. Okay, now we're just gonna put her to bed. All right, yay! Gonna refresh this again and make sure pregnant. Yes, wonderful. Okay, let me just take a quick little break to check. Okay, so we are good. We can move on to the next pairing. Okay, the next pairing is going to be Crinkle Cookie and Fanta Naranja. So let's go ahead and get those. Crinkle Cookie and Fanta Naranja. Here is our stud, Crinkle Cookie. He is a beautiful dapple gray barb. So that's our other barb here. And let's go ahead and offer that covering to Fanta. Okay. And here is Fanta Naranja, and she is our other Lusitana that we got. So let's go ahead and refresh just to get that covering to pop up. Artemis arrow. We have one of these left in my inventory, so we're going to go ahead and use it. And let's go ahead and cover. Okay, great. Great, great. We love that. Put you to bed, age you up. So drink, food. Do this. Put you to bed. And age you up. Last day. Stand, pet, drink, feed. Club and tea. and put you to bed. Alright. Refreshing again. We're just doing this. I just want to be consistent and make absolutely sure that everything is functioning the way it should. Okay. Our next pairing now is Rhubarb Danish and Cocoa Temblique. So, there you are, Rhubarb and Cocoa. Right. Here's Rhubarb Danish, very handsome. He is a Peruvian Paso. There's Cocoa. You know, I never actually looked up the correct pronunciation of this, Cocoa Temblique. I could be saying it wrong still. But this, anyway, this is Cocoa Temblique, another Lipizanner. Look at her, she's so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. We are going to take that covering, and now we got to purchase with some passes. And that's fine, because I have plenty to spare. Alright. Now let's just go ahead and stage you through your pregnancy. We love to do it. Love this. We love speedy pregnancies. I mean, who really wants to stay pregnant forever? I know there are some people out there who do genuinely enjoy being pregnant, but that is not the majority of people. Pregnancy is usually pretty rough for most people. Okay, alright, and she is ready to go. Refresh, one more time. Actually, I think, do we have 2 more pairings left? We have 2 more left. So, second to last pairing of this line is going to be red rum cake and cherry icing. So, 2 very good ones to go together. We have very cakey themed ones. So, let's see. Red rum cake, these right down here at the bottom. And cherry icing on the top. Wow, how that worked. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? I'm very tired and just delusional. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. It might be a long night otherwise. Anyway, this is Red Rum Cake. He's our very handsome Mangalarga Marchador stallion. And he is a strawberry roan. That's why he has that lovely pinky color, that like kind of rose blush kind of vibe going on. And let's go ahead and offer that covering to cherry icing. Confirm. And here is cherry icing. And she also has a redness to her. She is a cherry bay, also known as a blood bay. She is a purebred Spanish horse. So let me just go ahead and refresh real quick to get that covering to pop up. And then we're going to accept. Use that Artemis arrow. Cover. Okay. And let's groom. Put to bed, age you up. And I know, I'm kind of sorry that I didn't dress particularly nice for this stream. I actually just started esthetician school this week. And it's a big adjustment for my body, because I am chronically ill. I do not have a diagnosis yet. I've been trying to get one for 10 years, which sadly is the case for most people with chronic illnesses. It literally does take us a decade or longer to get properly diagnosed. all we know is that my general practitioner is suspecting fibromyalgia, and I am in the process of trying to find a rheumatologist to take a closer look at just some other conditions that match my symptoms. But anyway, so it's been a big adjustment this week, being at school, and having that big of a change to my routine. So I am a little bit tired, and that's why I just, like, I didn't really have the energy to, do a full face of makeup and, like, style my hair real nice and wear something nice. So I hope you just enjoy the gameplay while we're here. I'm gonna do my best to make it entertaining. So we are on our last pairing, and this is gonna be German Choco and Alegria. This pairing is going to be interesting because from the last stream, we had 2 sets of twins, because I happen to have 2 fertility wands in my inventory, and I decided to use them. And so each of these are twins. So German Choco is Apple Strudel's twin. They're both Barbs. And Alegria is Moon Pie's twin. So they are both Mangalarga Marchadors. So we'll go ahead and open them. So you will have seen the pictures already of what they look like. Here's German Choco the Barb. And let's make that cover for Alegria. Confirm. And then here's Alegria with that lovely Dun Tobiano coat. She is a Mangalarga Marchador. And we're going to refresh, get that covering to pop up. There it is. And let's go ahead and get that Artemis arrow for them. So we can just speed right through. Alright. We're going to cover. Oh, yes. And then we're just going to speed through. You won't suffer for long. Transport some sand, because we're all trying to build little islands, aren't we? Gosh, don't y'all remember that? When they were trying to, like, build an island, and they were like, the desert has lots of sand, so we're just going to use the desert sand, and we're going to pour this sand that is very, very dry sand into the ocean and try to make an island. Yeah, that was silly. That was a really, really dumb idea. Really dumb idea. Alright, great. So, now, that is all of our mares all ready to go. So now what we get to do is we just get to go through, and we're just gonna birth all of these babies, and each baby that we birth, I'm going to also scroll down and take a look at their stats, because this is where the crossbreeding gets really interesting, is we want to see how the stats of one breed try to average out with another breed. And I actually do have projections as to what I was expecting these numbers to be, but the numbers that I have are based on like a first generation horse, like if it was generated by the game, which would only have a genetic potential of about 10,000, whereas these horses are over 20,000 genetic potential. So the numbers are not going to match up, but what should match up is my projections for the rankings of each skill. So that's going to be really, really interesting to see. So let us start, I guess we're just going to start with Princesa Miel. And we will just go through them. Let me see, what do I want to do? Let me see if I can even create. I can create one more breeding farm. Let me go ahead and create my line 3. We're just going to create that, so that we have something to sort the babies into once they are born. And I guess I'm just going to open them by tab, honestly, and just do it that way. I think that'd be best. Alright, so Princesa Miel, who was crossed with Beat Pulp. You're going to edge you up and see your baby. Alright, you guys, fingers crossed it's cute. It's not that it's gonna matter, because I think they get like one of those special coats that completely changes the picture, but whatever. We're just here to see babies. We're just here to see babies. Let's see what happens. Ah, look at that. Okay, so we get a little dun. Oh, and he's a boy. Okay. So now for naming, I do have to put something in the box for now. So I think what I'm gonna do is just put the letters representing the breeds that they were crossed with, which was Lusitano and Spanish horse. So let me see, what can we do? We'll do LT times SH for that. Yeah, so we're just gonna say he's a cross of that. And then while we're here, let's go ahead and edit that profile. And now this baby gets to be the first one to receive the Cuellos Crestados affix that I created for these crossbreeds. So how cute. You get to be the first one. And then we're going to put you in line 3 so that you'll be there with all the other babies. All right. Baby 1 is done. Now let's go to cherry icing and let's see. Cherry icing. Oh yeah, I can see it from her page. Cherry icing was with red rum cake. It was a Mangalarga Marchador. So we got to remember. Manga was the dad. Alright. Let's go see what we get. Okay, we get a little chestnut, or a little filly. Okay, she's a girl. Okay, so we had Mangalarga Marchador, and then Spanish horse. So I'm gonna go ahead and continue. Let's give you that Cuellos Crestados affix and put you in line 3. Very, very cute. Adorable. I love breeding on this game. It's so fun. I love any game that allows you to, like, breed and mix genetics in some way. That's just super cool to me. I've always been fascinated by that. Pumpkin Glaze is our next mare, who was crossed with Apple Strudel, who's a Barb. So we need to remember we had a Barb. Barb Dad. Let's go. Okay, and we just get a standard bay. And he's a boy. Okay, so Barb and Peruvian Paso. And don't worry, I didn't forget about looking at the stats. We're going to go kind of like carousel through them and do that. Cuellos Crestados, put you in line 3, confirm. Okay, cute, cute. Alright, next one is Fanta Naranja. Oh, wait. Hold on, I need to check something really quickly. Hmm. Let me see. I'm gonna see if it'll let me add anything on at this point. I'm not sure. I was actually wanting to do something with the coat color with that one. So let me actually look really quick. Black market. I'm gonna scroll down to all my special items. Let Let me see. Will it let me use this on a pregnant mare? Let's see. So LT research. Okay, no. So it won't let you use it after you've already impregnated the mare. Okay, no big deal. Let's just see. Oh wait, and you were the barb. Okay. Let's see. Go get the vet. Oh, we got a white baby. Okay, that actually works out great, honestly. I'm not mad about it. So, let's see. So you're the barb. Barb times Lusitano. And you're a girl. Cute. Okay. Give you that Cuellos Cruzados affix and move you into the line 3 folder. Okay, there's Fanta. Now let's get Coco Tembleque. We got 3 more mares. 3 more to see. Coco Tembleque, and you were with Rhubarb Danish, Peruvian Paso. Okay. We'll get the vet. Okay, we got another standard bay. So that was Peruvian Paso and Lipizan. So we're going to call you that. And let's give you that Cuellos Cruzados. Put you in line 3. Okay, right. Yeah. Very intelligent noises, I know. Okay, yeah, because we're down. Now we're down to the twin mares. Okay. Moon Pie. Alright, Moon Pie. Let's see what you do for us. Oh, yeah, and Moon Pie was with... I'm so sorry. Moon Pie was with Snow Pavlova. Let me see. Actually, I can, like... Oh, it doesn't let you even see it anymore. Okay. That's fine. I'm pretty sure Snow Pavlova was Lipizanner. So, Lipizanner times Mangalarga, and he's a white boy. Look up here. Right? Genetic. Yeah, Lipizan. Okay. Yeah, we are great. We're so smart. Okay. Give you that affix. There we go, baby boy. And last but not least, we're just going to go ahead and click actually straight through her to get here. And Alegria, you were with German Choco the Barb. So let's see what we get. And here we go. We got our black horse. Hell yeah. Okay. Barb and Mangalarga. And your boy. Take a boy this time. Okay. Cuellos Cruzados. Line 3. Great. Okay. So now all of our babies are neatly sorted into this line 3 folder. And you can see they have, oh man, oh, I love to see that. The Cuellos Cruzados affix on all of them. This is so cool. This has taken so long to just get here. So this is amazing for me. So now I'm just going to go through them one by one, and I'm going to be checking my spreadsheet, so sorry if it gets like a little bit awkward at times. But yeah, I'm just going to check my spreadsheet and kind of read out the stats that I calculated, and I'm going to say what order I was projecting them in compared to what I see the babies. So let me see if I can rephrase that better. I'm going to show the stats and explain the ranking of the calculations as I projected them compared to what I actually see in the babies that we got just now. I hope that's a little more clear. Anyway, so our Barb and Peruvian Paso, we're going to take a look. And we can look at it a couple of ways. You can see the skills box, which I don't know why I pointed to the screen just now. It's not like y'all can see. Uh, the skills box with the cursor. Here, I will show you this. Um, or you can also look at it down in the genetic tab down here, and you can see the numbers here. And the numbers here are their projections. Right now, what you're seeing up here, these are their inborn skills. So these are the scores of the skills that they have right now as newborns. And the skills that are listed down here in the genetic tab are the expectations of what they're going to be when they finish their training and all of these. So let's see how close I was to calculating this correctly. So let's see, this is apple strudel and pumpkin glaze. So I'm going to have to find their ding-ding. Okay, so looking at my spreadsheet, I was projecting, and I'm actually resizing my spreadsheet so that I can properly see. Trying to like scoot it over so I can look here. I'm gonna have to really squish this thing. Oh my god. Okay. So anyway, there's that. Now I projected in my chart that stamina was going to be the highest average skill. So let me see if that is correct. And it is. Our stamina is our highest skill at 5198. And it looks like I see 3 skills that are like in the 4,000s. So let me just read the order that I projected. I projected dressage, speed, and trot. So let me see if that's how it actually came out. Okay, yeah, actually. So dressage, 4748, speed, 4700, and trot, 4494. So the next 2 should be jumping and gallop. So my projections were correct. So this is really, really cool. We get to see this. And then if I'm just like looking here, like their top skills, we did an okay job of averaging them out. There's only so much that we could do, right? Because these breeds were not selected particularly for averaging out necessarily. They were just selected because they're Spanish breeds. With the same like image on the game. So, but yeah, if we're looking at this horse, its weakness really is gallop. So unfortunately, it's not going to make a good dressage horse in this game. Because for dressage, you need dressage, gallop, and trot to kind of all be close together. So it's not going to be a good dressage horse. It will be an okay jumping horse, though, for both show jumping and cross country. So that's amazing. That's going to be super fun to play with. So let's just move on to our next one. Okay, so Barb and Lusitano. Let's just go ahead and scroll down to the genetics. So that was Crinkle Cookie and Fanta Naranja. Crinkle Cookie. Okay, was dressage our number 1 skill? Yes, it was. 5907. It was our highest skill by a long shot. And look, isn't that so cool? Like when you look down at the screen here and you see now the breeds that this baby is made up of, and you can now see this like 50%, 50%. That's really cool, and of course that's going to get even crazier as I continue this crossbred line, because I'm going to keep crossing over and over and over. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm like wasting so much time. I'm really tired and I'm out of it, and I'm having a really hard time focusing, but I'm doing my best. Anyway, so if we're looking at this, let's see, stamina was supposed to be the second one, so yeah, stamina at 4689, it was higher than all of these other that were in the 4,000s. Let's see how these turned out. So the order it should have come out in is jump, gallop, and trot for these next 3. Let's see. Yeah, jump, 4153, gallop, 4135, and trot, 4057. And then, of course, that leaves speed for our lowest ranking skill. Now looking at these guys. So what is this horse going to be good for? This horse will be great for cross country, which is stamina, dressage, and jumping. So this horse will be great for cross country. Um, this horse will also be decent for dressage because the gallop and trot skills are not too far away from the dressage skill. So yeah, so that'll be interesting. So we have our little cross country and our dressage horse, which is 2/3 of 3-day eventing. Fantastic. Okay, moving on to our Barb and Manga cross. Okay. Gotta scroll over to you. Now, this was the least optimized pairing that I had, so let's see how this came out. I expected stamina was going to be the highest. Yeah, stamina is our highest at 6,000. Yeah, by far. Then dressage and speed next. So dressage 5,000, speed 4,150. It looks like that was right. And then the bottom should be jump, gallop, and trot. Jump 3468. Okay. Ooh, okay, this one actually did not come out the way I projected. I projected that gallop was going to exceed trot, and trot actually exceeded gallop. Gallop is our lowest skill for this pairing. So that mathematically did not add up. And there are different reasons that can happen. Because these, the horses that I used, they come from like many, many generations of horses that are bred by other players in this game. And like all different kinds of things that can happen. There is, I think, a little bit of randomization that goes on, even in purebred lines. So whatever I was pulling from, the mom, her randomization, and pulling from the dad and his randomization, it looks like there can still be enough variation, in fact, to make something that is not going to 100% mathematically align with what you calculate that their stats should be. So yeah, that's interesting and that's cool, and it's kind of nice to know that the game has like that much detail in it, that even the purebreds are not so cookie cutter, That's really, really cool. So yeah, looking at this horse, sorry, but with the jumping having that much of a contrast with stamina and dressage, this guy is going to be sucky at cross country. And for dressage, that's still a really big gap. So what is this guy gonna be decent at? Trot race will probably be the best for this one, because in trot races, the skills go in order from trot being the primary skill, and then speed and dressage are the supporting skills. And so you want the supporting skills to be higher, actually, than the primary skill whenever you're entering competitions and trying to get wins, because it means that having a lower primary skill will put you in a lower class of difficulty. Therefore, your horse is more likely to win. So anyway, moving on. You're our trotter. Very cute. Peruvian Paso and Lipizanner together. Alright. So that was Rhubarb and Cocoa. Let me go over to my calculations here. And I expected dressage to be the top skill. Did we get that? We did. At 5832, dressage is our top. Speed and then stamina. 5016. Stamina 4887. Yeah, it does look like it's higher than those other 4,000s. Now let's look at the bottom three and see if we have some variation. It was supposed to be gallop, then trot, then jump. Ooh. The gallop and the trot are very, very close. But it looks like those actually got flipped again, because the trot is just the tiniest little bit higher. It's at 0.79, because they're the same, 4283. They're the same up to that. Trot is 0.79, gallop is 0.43. So it is actually trot and then gallop and then jumping. And so then if we're looking at that, of course, it's going to be, what would you be good at? Yeah, you'd be supported in jumping, kind of like the previous horse. It's like they had a very low jump skill compared to their speed and stamina. But if you were thinking practically, you would not want that in real life. Um, this one should be decent in dressage. Yeah, should be decent in dressage. Should be good there, I think. And I am gonna have to kind of speed through these next two because I kind of gotta pop out some other babies. And those ones I'm just gonna go really, really quick. We're literally just gonna see them. They're also not getting named yet, so it's fine. All right, Lusitano and Spanish horse. Now let's look at those skills. I'm not gonna pull up my Excel sheet anymore. I'm just gonna take a look at them as they are. So we had a very, very high dressage. Which unfortunately means the gallop and trot are not as supportive as we would like. So yeah, they're not going to do great at dressage competitions in this game, unfortunately. But it looks like they would actually do okay at show jumping or cross country. All right, Lipizanners and Mangalarga. And you also had a really high dressage. A lot of these horses have very high dressage skills. So, dressage, and then stamina, and then gallop and speed. Okay, so if I'm just like taking a look here, this horse is going to have an easy time winning a lot of English competitions because their trot, and their jumping, are lower than the speed and dressage skills. So it's going to make it very easy for them. All right, manga and Spanish horse. And we're looking. All right, looks like speed was our highest skill, then dressage, then stamina, then gallop, trot, jumping. Okay, yeah, so with the speed and the dressage skills being high, it means gallop, trot, and show jumping, they're going to do well in those competitions on this game. Was that everybody? I think that's everybody. Yeah. I'll go back to line 1, or line 3, but yeah, that's everybody. Okay, so that's all the babies. So, now, let's just move on to the bonus round. The bonus round is going to be the purebred stock of the Elysium Coliseum project. Elysium Coliseum and Elysium Adventure project. So, I am just looking here. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make absolutely sure I knew what I was doing. But yeah, so anyway. You're not going to get a huge introduction to the mares because we're just going to pop them out. This is our first Arabian, Oracle's Bell. And we have a white Arabian filly. So we're just going to call you ARF1. Yeah, actually, let me just pop them out. I'll put the tags on them later, okay? Y'all don't have to sit around for that part. That's boring. Who wants to do that? Okay. Now, Arabian mare number 2, Truffle Ruffle. Go get the vet. And we have another white Arabian, but this one's a boy, so we're going to call you ARM1. Continue. Great. All right, Hanoverians. Our first mare, Saucy Bones. Ooh, okay, and we got a liver chestnut. That's going to be really pretty. And she's a girl, so Hanoverian F1. Okay. Flapper Yapper. Who is also a Hanoverian. And we get a roan. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. F2. Running around, baby. Okay, we gotta scroll a little bit. Our Irish hunters now. Druid Dagger. We had a chestnut filly. So age F1. Oh, dang it. I was supposed to open a new tab. Silly me. Silly me. Alright. Irish Hunter number 2, Astral Spectre. Ooh, and we got a flock. Is that a Flaxen liver chestnut? I believe it is. That is a Flaxen liver chestnut. Beautiful. IHF2. Alright. Now our hackneys. First one is Floral Flight. Okay, and we get a bay. So hackney F1. Hackney number 2, Slim Flute. And we get a boy, a bay boy. So hackney M1. Very great. Okay, and we skipped quite a few. Now we have our Trackeners. First Trackener mare, Beetlejuice. And we get another Cherry Bay, just like her. So TK F1. Trackener number 2, Trippy Track. And we get a Dapple Gray boy. Trackener M1. Now our Akaltekis. Akaltekis are my favorite. We're going to start with Pearl Siren. And we have a nice dark bay. Bay boy. Akalteki M1. Akalteki number 2, Star Surrender. And we get one that looks just like her. It's a nice mouse gray, they call it. She's a filly. Akalteki F1. Adorable. Okay, now to our Selle Francais. Starting with Purple Wine. Alright, and we get a roan, looks like. So, Selle Francais, F1. Selle Francais number 2, Lovely Dress. And we get a boy, SFM1. Okay. Now, last but not least of this line are French Trotters. So French Trotter number 1, Heart Murmur. And we get a chestnut. I know, such a cruel name. FTM1. And now our last one, our last French Trotter, Moonlit Ballad. And we get a Dark Bay boy. French Trotter M2. Okay, so that was the bonus round, and I finished it just in time. The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to our line 3 folder, just so we can end by looking at all of the beautiful Pollos Crestados babies that we created. And then, of course, thanks for also checking out the purebred stock, the Elysium Coliseum horses, which will eventually give birth to the crossbreds of Elysian Eventers. Yeah, but this has been super fun. Obviously, I have worked for a very long time to to be able to have these breedings ready, because Howrses is a game where you kind of need to log in almost daily. And I did use aging points to kind of speed up some of the Elysian precursors for this. Um, so yeah, spent a lot of time. I think it takes, I'll have to check my calculations, but I think it takes like 2 months if you're just doing one day at a time to age your horses from newborn to 10 years. Um, yeah, so I've spent about that much time getting these horses ready for this, and actually a little bit more time even. Yeah, so that's kind of all I have to say. I'm so freaking tired. You know, thanks for joining me and staying around. I appreciate it. And just a reminder that the next stream is going to be, oh my God, I seriously have to consult my planner again. The next stream is The next stream is going to be Thursday, February 12th, and that's when we're going to do our special coat unboxing on a Howrse with all of the Cuevas Crustados babies and half of the Elysium Coliseum babies. So that's going to be a really, really fun stream because, like I said, most of those coats that come out are completely random. So we really don't know what we're going to get on a lot of them. It's going to be a surprise. So that'll just be super, super fun. And I really hope that y'all are there to see that. Anyway, have a good night, everybody, and I will see you before too long. Remember, I stream every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time.